Hello, everyone. It's Will, your local political economist, working through frugal velocity banking. Velocity banking is a term that I came across in about 2023. And what it is that I'm taking all of my paycheck, all of my income, dumping it onto whatever debt that I have, and letting that reduce the average daily balance in the principal, but still utilizing that as a way of paying my bills. So this is my journey with Velocity Banking. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm doing a update today on July 2026 spending for this month. So here I have all of the spending that I've done for the month, and I've organized it across different categories. And let me freeze this top. Okay, so you can see as I scroll through the different categories, and we're going to break them out just to see how I did this particular month. Okay, so I was concerned about the gas, so let me go ahead and break out the gas here, making a copy from the original, and I'll name that gas, and also the grocery. So go back to the original, make a copy. And also a part of velocity banking is using cash payments, whatever you can pay on cash on a credit card, getting money over there as soon as possible. So I'm gonna try to, let's see, break that out also, get a cash one. And I'm also gonna do a restaurant one, see how much I did eating out. So cash payments. I'm going to do one eating out. Now, this is across 16 credit cards, but I'm really using five. The other 11 credit cards, I'm putting like $1.25 on it, $1.50 at Dollar Tree, something like that, for the credit report algorithm and see how that goes. All right, so restaurant. Let's see, anything else that I was wanted to pull? If it is, I come back to it. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous one also. Let's go ahead and pull one of those from the original. Each time I'm going back to the original data and in there. So call this miscellaneous spending. All right, so let's go over to restaurant and everything's in I'm gonna go ahead and sort it alphabetical order. Go to the home tab. Go to the sort, and I'm sorting by description. All the charges have been inside of the month of July. So when you go to your lender or your bank, they may have different dates, and the credit cards have different dates. So you may have to do a custom filter onto your credit card or onto the bank so that you're only getting the spending that you did in July. That was one of the mistakes that I earlier. It was that I had some of my deduction, some of my spending was going over into the next month. So I had to make sure that I'm filtering out the specific month and going forward. So let's go ahead and see what did I spend on restaurants. Okay, here's a restaurant. Select everything above there. Right click, delete it. Everything below there, delete. Wow. Okay, 1860. That's good. Let's go over to gas, see how I did. So I came in under my budget by $10. Let's do gas. And with the gas, I'm driving about an hour and 10 minutes each way, so about 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I was doing 65 to 70 miles an hour a couple of months ago. I've slowed down because of the price of gas. Now I just set it and drive at about 55 miles per hour. And yeah, my gas has come down, but it's still elevated just because of what we're experiencing now. Okay, so I did 238 last month, maybe 250, so slightly down. Let's look at groceries. Again, going to the top, going back to the original data, dropping everything here, grocery. So we're all feeling the pain of the grocery prices. Okay, 388, 83, definitely higher than last month. I will put it at, man, another $70 higher. A couple of months ago, I was doing about 200 in groceries. So when I hear the Feds talk about a target rate of 3%, yeah, there's definitely some pain going on. Miscellaneous, rather than go to miscellaneous, I'm gonna do cash back. So that's one of the things that I tried to do also is concentrate my spending on cash back cards. So to at least get some cash back, and I'm gonna call this cash back, and let's see what I got back. Now with the cash back, it's going to be divided across different categories because with the credit unions, I'm getting the cash back from the credit card and I'm also getting dividend payments. With the for-profit organizations, I'm getting just the cash back. So at least two types of cash back is coming back. Okay, let's go and drop this and drop the cash to vendor and drop the credit card payments. And again, when I delete these rows, it's going to automatically update at the bottom. Okay, I got some things in here. These two, three. Okay. Okay, so for this month, I got $47.12. And one of the credit cards give the cash back. The cash back comes back in three ways. One, I'm being given a credit back to the credit card. Two, there's quarterly cash back that's received across one or two of the cards, and then monthly cash back. So consider that when you put together your budget. Let's see what else. Going back to the original data, credit card payments. Let's look at that. I'll move, go to original data, making a copy, and I'm gonna call this credit card payments, CC payments. So let's see what payments. Now, one of the strategies in reducing debt, you can tackle the highest credit card or you can tackle the lowest debt. What I'm doing is using the credit to ratio system. So I take my balance then is divided by the monthly payment. Then that gives me a ratio number. And then that's how I attack my balance. So I'm not looking at psychological wins or the highest, but what's bringing back the highest cash. And I use that system when I go to lenders. That's how they look at my debt to income ratio. All right. So CC, credit card payments. Let's drop all the cash back and take out the entertainment, gas, groceries, Goodwill, HOA fees, miscellaneous fees. We already did restaurants. I think I'm going to include two things in here and take out utilities. Okay, so across the spending, um, I'm going to use this one for credit card payments and then regular payments. Now, this one here I can take out. That came from a checking account. So again, when doing velocity banking, you're organizing your income by what you're paying by cash and then what you pay by a credit card. Now, there are some systems out there that can help you pay everything cash and credit card. I think those are additional fees. All right, so across payments, I did about 3,031.88. And I said I'll look at miscellaneous. So Allstate was a miscellaneous. Let's see what else. Entertainment, I'll put on the miscellaneous for now. Gas, Goodwill, I'll put on the miscellaneous. These are just some of the broader categories, but I'll go back and organize them for myself differently. HOA fee, I pay that some monthly and some quarterly. Do I have Goodwill twice? No, no, okay. Home Depot had some expenses associated with the housing. Where I got this, where I got Res, got cashback vendors. Utilities, I'll leave under there. Okay, so that's miscellaneous. Now let's go back to the original data. Again, I got the original data by going to all of my credit cards, and I had 16 credit cards and three checking accounts to pull the data from. Let's see, HELOC and mortgages could make that one. So let's see what I paid there. Because I have two HELOCs, one at 8.75% and one at 9.75%. One for 40 years and then another for 30 years. So let's see. Original, create, copy. I'm gonna call this HELOC and mortgage. Now, on some velocity banking channels or other places, you're going to hear mortgage referred as a death pledge. I refuse to call it a death pledge to marketing purposes. Some groups historically was unable to get a mortgage, and now, in today's time, those groups that were able to get a mortgage, they're sitting on $30 trillion worth of equity. I talked to one of my coworkers, and he indicated their parents brought a death pledge for 16,000 in the 60s or the 70s. That so-called death pledge is now worth 450 some thousand dollars. So again, I guess the marketing purposes, but because of the experiences of some groups, I refuse to call it a death pledge because they lacked access. Okay, let's look at the mortgage. Take out that. Take out everything else below it. All right. So I'm paying oh, don't need that. That is a fee this is the only fee that I'm paying for checking, $16. Trying to figure out a way to get around that. All right. Delete that. So with the HELOC, this is my first HELOC that I had, and that is a 30-year HELOC, is sitting at 8.5%. I have another HELOC. This one's at 40 years, and that's sitting at 9.75%. And this is my last remaining mortgage. That was a 30-year mortgage. I think I have about 15 years left on it. And it was at 575, but I did a recast with the lender, did not have to pay any fee, and it went to 3.75%. Okay, so, and I'll talk about it later. With these two HELOCs, they were mortgages, but I converted them to HELOCs. Right. So, thank you for stopping by. I just wanted to recap. These are all the transactions that I did across 16 credit cards, two two HELOCs, one mortgage, and three checking accounts. A total 11,271. And then, as I showed you, I went through and just broke them down to see what I was spending in the various areas. I didn't do a cash. Let's see, let's do a cash. Okay. So cash from I was used for the checking account. Cash I was used to pay some vendors. So let me go back down here. Cash. Did I move it out of here? Oh no, there it is right there. Sorry. This was a dividend. Delete that. Cash to vendor, cash to vendor. I had one Cash App of $300 to a vendor. Or is that? I think that is, no. Okay, there it is. Okay. So I'm still paying cash. When I have to do a repair at one of my properties, I Cash App the vendor. All right, so that's 516. And let's do a final one. Um, okay, I did do miscellaneous. Miscellaneous came up to 2276. All right. Um, Now with this 1324, that's a part of the insurance. So now that I'm no longer paying two mortgages and they are under HELOCs, or some people may call them all in one. I'll do another video about that. I'm now paying my insurance on the properties, all three, in cash, and I'm also paying the taxes, and I'm also paying the insurance and the taxes and the insurance. And I think that came out to probably about $10,000. All right. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. I'm a political economist. I am not an attorney. I'm not a financial planner. This is not for entertainment purposes. These are my actual and real numbers from my debt, my spending, and my expenses. Okay, if you'd like to work with me or my team, definitely check us out. Send me an email. Be more than happy to work with you and help you to improve your credit and other aspects. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.